Alright, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So I wanted to do a quick video here just going over on if I think you guys should summon. Now, I mean, the thing about should you summon is a lot of people are going to summon anyway. So yeah, there is that. These banners look pretty bad, and I mean, regardless of how good either of these characters are going to be, I think the most notable thing I would say is that it doesn't look like their kits have in them, like, kind of like, I don't know what I want to say. They don't have like a rabbit in the hat, I think, either of these characters. So like, now what I'm referring to like that is like, you know, turn 1, 100% dodge. Ghost Usher active skill that you could use, you know, like revive, like think of, you know, what I refer to as like the meme characters, or, you know, how about new term, you know, characters that have a rabbit and they can pull a rabbit out of a hat. I'm not seeing like that type of ability from these. They just look like strong characters, and we have anniversary dropping right around the corner, as in literally the next banners after this is anniversary. If we examine this, we have the two new Dokkan Fests, right? The Ultimate Gohan and Gamma 1, Gamma 2, and Power Awakening Piccolo. If we look at the other featured characters on the banner, and here's the thing, I think that the high priority other featured characters on these banners are the TUR Gammas and LR Beast and Ultimate Gohan, or LR Ultimate Gohan Orange Piccolo. That's because I think those characters are going to EZA. And we're going to see the TUR Gammas EZA, and LR Orange Piccolo and LR Ultimate Gohan all EZA. Those will be like the big deal characters. When we look at the other characters that are here, Fat Buu, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Hit, and Blue Kaioken, I'm just not seeing the same luster with those characters. I mean, I feel like I need to just make this point quickly, and then we can continue on. Let's just take a glance at Fat Buu and the sheer amount of banners he's been on. Now, we're only going to count new unit banners. So, like, I don't count this. Okay, so he was on Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. And he was on Blue Kaioken Goku. And he was on Daima Vegeta. And he was on oh my Jesus. And he was on Glorio. And he was on Goku, Trunks, and Gohan. And then his own banner. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is Fat Buu's 7th banner since he's come out. And I mean, it's under 2 years. So like, they have repeatedly brought Fat Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku back. Now, that's good for players. I mean, Fat Buu is still very usable. But my point here is that players are probably going to have him, right? And the funny thing is, Fat Buu is not a character you do not need dupes for. Fat Buu's impact is not really... It doesn't go... I mean, if anything, you can make the argument that Fat Buu gets worse. The role he's in at this point of his life cycle, you can make the argument that Fat Buu is worse the more hidden potential system investment you put in him. As insane as that sounds to say, it is true. The best version of Fat Buu at this point probably is a 0%, you know, Fat Buu, right? But, like, people are probably going to have him. Hit and Blue Kaioken, this is not even their first returning banner either. So we are just in a situation where there's almost no value for players, right? And, I mean, we do have the new characters, but the new characters are not, oh my god. Like, anniversary characters are known to run shit the entire year. As in, you pull them, and they're good in December. Now, this year has kind of been like the one exception pretty much ever, where the anniversary characters only ran shit until basically like July. It was July when things changed a little bit for the anniversary characters. I'm going to assume that that was just kind of like a 1-year thing, an aberration. I'm going to go into the 11th anniversary saying I expect these, the Dokkan Fest for the 11th anniversary to be running shit all year, right? I, who knows with these two, Ultimate Gohan and Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 and Power Awakening Piccolo, but I would bet that they are not going to be running shit all year. I think a huge portion of this character right here, so this is the Gohan and Gamma 1, they need relevant superhero characters to be around. Now, I mean, with all these EZAs and stuff, we're going to have that right now. Plus, I mean, even maybe think about the, Gamma 1 and Gohan on the Android category team where he could be looking good with all that extra support. Remember, you do have MVP 17 on the Android team, who is a superhero category character. So they actually did do a good job of, like, this is where things will start to feel really good, is when they kind of connect releases in this way, right? Dokkan Fest Android 16 connected into the Android Test Cell Saga, Future Gohan and Trunks Part 2, but then they also did the kind of like out of nowhere Tournament of Power Android 17 as the band unit, but that was the first card from that moment, basically. So wasn't really a big deal. I wasn't like, oh, this is so stupid. It's like, okay, I mean, this is the first time like this version had gotten a card, and then it synergizes perfectly with the next characters coming out, who are some androids that could go on that team, but they need a superhero character, but Dokkan already provided that. And then, of course, Gamma 2 and Power Awakening Piccolo will also be superhero on there. So that's good. But this character is going to need good superhero characters around them to be at their best, right? You do need to keep that in mind. Now, the Gamma 2 and Piccolo, they don't have that same problem, but they have like sort of kind of like different strengths and weaknesses. I think that this is a simple thing. Like, like Iron Kane is in tears seeing these because the Gammas are his favorite, androids are his favorite. It's like, yeah, like, so a player like Iron Kane who loves the Gammas, yeah, go summon. Like, you're gonna have more fun with the Gammas than you would with best unit in the game, Daima Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or something, probably, right? But like for most players, I would say this does seem like a pretty easy skip. But I mean, a lot of that does have to do with Anniversary right around the corner. Also, let me pull up a few characters. I just want to pull up several of the last New Year's characters, and let's see how fast before they returned. Because these New Year's characters also typically have fast returns. All right, guys, let's take a look. Let's see how fast the return for all these characters was. So, we had Physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku. His return was Golden Week. This is Cell. This is AGL Cell. This was Golden Week. So this would have been, April 25th or something like that. Okay. That was New Year's 2021. Here's New Year's 2022. LR Ultimate Gohan. His return, Golden Week. Right? So, again, April 25th, April 26th, April 27th. Somewhere in that range. This is Dragon Fist Super Saiyan 3 Goku. New Year's. His return, Golden Week. Fat Boo's banner. Okay? Then we have Daima Mini Super Saiyan Goku. His return was actually quicker. It was Daima Vegeta at the start of March. But, like, this is not... Sometimes it's like, oh, there's patterns that might be about to break or could break or something like that, right? Like, oh, like, oh my god, like Tanabata for many years in a row was duo characters, and it's going to definitely remain duo characters because of this thing and this thing. But, like, they just switch it up. This doesn't feel like something that's going to get switched up. I could feel pretty confident in identifying that these characters are going to return. What was that? What was this Grinch thing? Let's play Christmas the Grinch, Game Boy Color. What? That's an interesting recommended for YouTube to give me. Okay. The Game Boy Color Grinch game. Let me just take a look at this. Game Boy Color Grinch? Bro, I'll throw a like. I'm the first like on that, man. Apparently I'm the first view, too. Okay. Sorry, guys. I get a little distracted. Dude, I just saw it was like the Grinch. What? Anyway. Yeah. So, I'm very confident in telling y'all that the Gohan and Gamma 1 and the Piccolo and Gamma 2 should be returning for Golden Week. So, at the very least, if you do choose to skip them, you are very well aware of their exact return point. I don't think they're going to extend this or anything. It just is a very logical and obvious landing point. We have a dual Dokkan Fest, and then they show back up essentially on the next dual Dokkan Fest. Unless Anniversary, I mean, they're not going to be there for Anniversary, but like maybe Anniversary could be a dual Dokkan Fest and then a dual Carnival in part 2, although it does seem like Dokkan Fest plus Carnivals do tend to be, at this point, more successful, or at least what Dokkan wants to do, right? So, yeah, all in all, I would say skip, guys. I think that these characters look fine. Somewhere within, like, the top 1 to 5 TUR range. I need to see them in action. I feel like this character, I don't like as much on paper, but I think I'm gonna see them and like what I see from Gamma 2 and Piccolo. And obviously I want to see Gamma 1 and Ultimate Gohan. I do think that these characters right here are going to be tremendous after they EZA. I have very high hopes for them. I mean, Orange Piccolo still has his, arguable best active skill in the game right here. Which is going to be very easy to still utilize. And it is a win button in all these difficult fights if we do trigger that. I think that the TUR Gamma should be pretty elite as well. But here's, another safe reason I can tell you all to skip is once we start getting to these other characters. Remember, there will be more characters on the banner than just what we're able to see. But, like, from what we're able to see, these characters, this is not that crazy. And then we get to these guys, and it's like, man, yeah, chat, I just feel like I would be much better telling y'all, skippity skip that shit. That's it. Don't summon, don't feel bad. Anniversary, it's, January 30th, January 29th, January 28th. We're going to have the anniversary characters. I would say save your currency for that.